Good morning, Mama again. I realized in my last video I was about to start introducing everybody, and I was like, no, that was supposed to be a separate video. So here we go. There's me, Hot Mess Mom. I'm actually the manager of the entire family. Nobody wants to admit it, but I'm actually the one who keeps everybody on track. I'm probably the best at multitasking, and that was actually my job skill at my previous job. I was the office manager. I kept everybody on track, everybody going. So I probably have the worst stress out of everyone. You can see it all right here, and the grays are starting to come in. Um, my son is 7. He's a rambunctious boy, very sentimental. That's his biggest issue when it comes to decluttering is he wants to keep things because he does put an emotional value on everything. Then there's my hubby. He's ex-military. He's supposed to be retired, and one of his hardest things is letting the military and paramedic side of himself go. It doesn't just come with PTSD and everything, but he does have certain habits that he's developed over time being in the military, such as scavenging. Okay, so garbage picking goes along with that. Um, Hoarding, but not like and not in the sense that you see on TV. It's actually more like he's trying to keep everything. Oh, more like a doomsday prepper. That's what he's like. He wants to hoard tools, weapons, supplies, um, and he squirrels them. He squirrels them away. I call him a squirrel all the time, and it's actually accentuated made worse by the fact that when he had an abusive childhood, so he actually comes from a place of need and want. And then in the military, they reinforce that state of need because they had to save all their supplies and stretch them out. So now he doesn't need anymore, but he still has that habit and that feed and that mentality that he needs. And that's our biggest I don't want to say fight, but that's our biggest obstacle with him. Um, then there's my mother. Her biggest obstacle is she comes from a place of nothing. She grew up in a poor village in middle mountains in Mexico, southern Mexico. She had nothing. Everything was a gift. True poverty, not like here in the United States where you can still have a bunch of stuff. No, true poverty where even the shirt on your back was falling off. Okay, because this is back in the 40s, 50s, 60s. When she came to the United States, her biggest obsession, shoes. She never had shoes. She had soles that were as tough as leather of her feet. So when she came to the United States, shoes was a big obsession. She's over that now. But from that place of nothing, when I mentioned in my last video that we were going through a foreclosure process, she then started with this mentality, well, if I can't keep my house, I will keep all my stuff. Sorry, the hubby interrupted. Like I said, I don't have any free moments to myself ever. Anyhow, so my mother comes from a place of nothing, and so she wants to keep everything. When we paid off the house, all of a sudden she was like, I want to make this house my home. Why do I have so much crap? It's all in the way. I can't enjoy my stuff because I have too much stuff to enjoy. So her decluttering process is definitely around life-changing events. So paid off the house, now she wants to make it a home. So now she's getting rid of all the excess stuff that she was going to keep because she couldn't keep her house. So like there's a lot of psychology going on when it comes to this stuff. Whereas now there's my dad. My dad is a combination of my son and my hubby. My dad, he's very stoic type of person, but he's highly sentimental. And people don't realize this of him because he has such like a cold, Republican boomer exterior. But he's very sentimental and he's very caring. You would never guess it. He's kept every present I ever gave him. I literally made a boat out of garbage for Father's Day when I was like my son's age. He still has it. He still has it. It's very sweet, but at the same time, I'm just like, there are some things you could let go. Um, and I won't get offended anymore, but to him it's special. So he's very sentimental, but he also, his other big obstacles, he keeps things of use. Okay, so not necessarily things of value, but things of use. Um, so, for instance, a screwdriver is useful. 12 of the same exact screwdriver is not useful. Now, we do need multiple of the same exact screwdriver because we put one in each car for an emergency repair kit. We have one in our junk drawer, which actually should be renamed a utility drawer, and one in each of his toolboxes. He has one for standard house repairs, one for plumbing, one for electric, and so one for each of those. So that's seven. Seven of the same screwdriver at minimum. And if I were to go around the house and actually combine all the tools into one area, we have way too much. And half the reason is because we can't find stuff because it's tossed in with other stuff. So we don't realize what we have. Because my dad gets so frustrated because he's like, I know I have this tool, but we can't find it because there's a mess everywhere else. So his biggest issue is he keeps everything that has a use. Even stuff that I'm like, Dad, you're never going to use it. He's like, yeah, but whatever. I'm like, no. So that's his biggest issue, but in conjunction with that, he also is an out of sight, out of mind, sort of. Even though he knows it exists, he's not going to go through the frustration trying to locate it. He's just going to go out and get a new one. Because, hey, guess what? It's another useful thing in the house. But now we have two. We don't need two. And that money could have been used for something else. So everybody has their own obstacles and their own problems when it comes to decluttering. And getting over those obstacles is actually not as easy as it sounds. It's a very deep emotional and psychological journey. It's a journey. It's very hard. How do I know? I also had all of those problems. I came from a place of need. I came from a place of want. I came from a place where I had nothing, so now I value everything. I'm a highly sentimental person. And I do see the use and value in a lot of things. I have every single one of those problems myself. I've been through every single one of those problems. And I know how frustrating hard it is just to let it go. My worst ones are sentimental.